Hello, my name is Saket. We are playing FTB Presents F.A.M. First thing I want to do today, I want to make a nature's compass and see if there's a Badlands anywhere in a reasonable vicinity. 3,600 blocks that away. Right here is one of the things I was hoping to find on the way. It's a Whirlisprig from Ars Nouveau. We're gonna grow a tree, and she's gonna be all happy, right? Yeah. She's gonna drop her shards. Mine up a bunch of terracotta. But I found this village, and it has one of these houses from Immersive. These wooden storage crates work just like shulker boxes. We'll have to take these with us and probably make some when we get home. I forgot we have Immersive. There's another building, like up here, from Pneumatic Craft. Yeah, here we go. We can usually grab one of the basic tools. Yeah. And we might as well grab a compressor. Pipes will be able to make. Take that hopper. Alright, I've been up here for a while. It is faster than mining. The rates would be better if we moved this killing chamber up. Because what I've learned is, like, we're probably still loading many blocks of under the roof nether. That's not perfect. Sometimes these guys do go flying down. And I will tell you, never again trying to save space by doing this one shorter. This has gotten screwed up quite a few times. So I'm going to collect a little more, enough for what we need to do. And then next time we need gold, we'll come back and build this up. Maybe another 15, 20 blocks. So next thing I want to do, I want to work on upgrading our power supply up here. And we're going to need some fancier metal. But 2 iron dust to 1 nickel dust will give us 3 invar dust. And then we can go ahead and smelt that up. Now with the invar and some gold gears, a little bit of redstone, a little bit of glass, we can make ourselves some integral components. And these will increase everything about the machine by a factor of 2. So you see right now, 26 RF a tick it's making, might not make, well yeah, now it's making 68. We could put one in here and increase the capacity to 2 million, also the input and output. This will also be more efficient now, and the integral components go up to 4 times, which is not a huge modifier, but there are other multipliers that you can add to these things that are cumulative with these multipliers. So you can actually do quite a bit, but this will hold us for now. One of the next things we're going to need is steel. And there's a couple ways of going about getting it. We're going to go the immersive engineering route. We'll need one of these engineer's hammers. Now we're going to want 27 of these coke bricks, and it's just sandstone, bricks, and clay. And then, this doesn't really matter where we put it. This is just going to be temporary. You place it down in a 3x3x3. So, like so. Alright. Then you take your hammer, you right click in the middle block where you want it to face. There's our coke oven. We're going to throw some coal in, and over time it's going to give us some coal coke and some creosote oil. Now while that's cooking up, we're going to make ourselves some bronze dust with some tin and copper. And go ahead and smelt that up. I don't have an immediate use for it, but we're probably going to need it. Now we're also, now that we've smelted up some osmium, we're going to make our first block from Mekanism, a metallurgic infuser. This is going to be of great use to us. Now, this guy will do several things for you. What we wanted to do right away is make, I think they're called advanced alloys. It's 1 redstone dust to 1 iron ingot, and infused alloys, that's it. Now, we're going to need a number of them. There we are. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to sort of make the wrench of Mekanism. We're going to need an energy tablet, we're going to need some sticks, we're going to need 1 lapis. Certainly have plenty of lapis. There we go, 1 configurator. Now, we will need to charge this thing. And we're going to do that, I hope, we're going to see if this works, in a thermal block called an energetic infuser. We're going to need 3 of the flux coils. We'll need a block of redstone, and a little lead, and a little electrum. We'll get our block. And we're going to set this thing to output to the top also. We'll just pop this thing right down on here. Holds 500,000 by default. We can just throw this in here. It'll fill up, and we'll be ready to use it. Now we'll end up with more creosote oil in that thing than we're going to know what to do with. So we are going to start. That's backwards. We're going to make a tank from Mekanism. This will hold 32 buckets. And then with our infused alloy, we can upgrade it to the advanced. That'll hold 64 buckets. And that ought to let us process like 2 stacks of coal, I think. Now we could stick a bucket in here and get it out manually, but we want to pipe it out. And we're going to use Mekanism mechanical pipes, but we will need a little bit of steel to do that. So let's see if I remember how this goes. We're going to make 27 blast bricks, set it up just like we have the coke oven here. Now once again, we're going to right click it in the central block the way we want the front to be, where we want the front to be. And then we can grab some iron. Now we're going to get our coke. And it's 1 coke per iron ingot will get you 1 steel and 1 slag. It's pretty slow, but you know, it'll be cooking along while we're doing other things. What that is, we're going to start by making some archwood planks. It doesn't matter what kind of tree you use. We're going to make ourselves an imbuement chamber. Now we're going to put it up. We're going to want to automate this very quickly. But for the time being, we'll just do 1 at a time. Throw a lapis in there and we'll get a source gem. There's our first steel. Do we have any iron lying around in here? Let's get some. I might have a bucket we can use right here. First thing we're going to make are some basic mechanical pipes. And I think we can upgrade these with 1 infused alloy to make the next tier. We don't really need them for this application, but we might want it for something else. So you can pipe out of these coke ovens from any direction. We're going to pipe out of them from here. You shift right click twice to get it to extract. Now we got our creosote oil in here. And we don't have to worry about this little internal buffer getting over full. This you cannot pipe in and out of. There is an upgraded version which you can. We've already got our first source gem. Now that we got 1, it's not gonna be a big deal I don't want to craft, I want to go back out to the infuser. It's not going to be a big deal to automate. It tends like, if you put a pipe or a hopper on the bottom of that imbuement chamber, it'll suck the lapis out. So what we want to do, we're going to want to set up a really crude filter, but we're going to need 2 parts redstone to 1 part osmium to get ourselves a basic control circuit. That and some steel will give us a basic logistical transporter, which is Mekanism's item pipe. Now we're going to go ahead, we're going to make ourselves a storage drawer. Just need to craft a chest with itself, is one way to make it. We're going to put our basic logistical transporter there. We're going to put our storage drawer there. And we're going to put the source gem in there. Now nothing will be able to go in there but source gems. Now the chamber will only hold 1 lapis at a time. So we're going to want to pipe into it. We're going to get some lapis up there. We're going to configure. It's going to go in there. It's going to do its thing. We're going to get some source gems. Now one thing we're going to need a good amount of is source stone. We take these source gems and we craft them with some stone. And that's how we get it. We'll need some more of this stuff. We're going to start out. So we're going to make a volcanic accumulator. Now we're going to make a pedestal. I guess we need some gold nuggets. What are we missing here? Nothing? Okay, we're going to make a pedestal. Now we're going to make, I think we'll need some archwood for this, but we're going to make 2 source jars. Yeah, little archwood, little glass. There we go. Let's go ahead and make that accumulator. I think it's like so. Alright. So source is the power of Ars Nouveau. The volcanic source link turns the energy that is released by burning things into source. And I made this chisel from Re-Chiseled. You just right click with it and you get this GUI, you pick your block, and you're good to go. We're going to make a little platform for this stuff. We're going to put a source jar right here. We're going to hang on to the other one. We're going to put our volcanic source link down. We're going to put a pedestal behind it. We're going to take one of these basic logistical transporters and a drawer and our configurator twice. There we go. Now what this will do is any burnable we put in here, and of all the burnables, archwood is the best, and of all the archwood, blazing archwood is the best. Just throw it in there. It'll pop it down on the pedestal, and the source link will turn it into a little bit of source and deliver it into the jar. The next thing we're going to want is an arcane core, and we're going to want an enchanting apparatus. Here we go. We'll need a diamond for that. Okay. And there it is. We're going to take a couple seeds and some more source gems. And we'll just set this up out here. It'll be fine. We got our arcane core. We got our apparatus. And we have 8 pedestals. I think they have to be within that distance of the apparatus now. And the first thing we're going to make are some mage bloom seeds. And you can look this stuff up in JI, whatever it is. It's any seed in this thing. And for the gems on the pedestals, you got to have the pedestals set up to be able to put your item in here. And you'll get a nice little animation. If you try to put an item in there without anything here, without a valid recipe, it won't let you put anything in there. It'll tell you there's something wrong. There's our mage bloom seed. Like, we can't put that in there. No recipe found. Now, 2 of these we're just gonna plant. The other one we're gonna hang on to. It's gonna come in handy later. Came back to the nether to look for a little nether quartz and to hopefully find some debris. We have found some. Now we're gonna switch gears for a second. We're gonna make ourselves a couple fancy chests. The iron chests have as much capacity as a double chest in vanilla. The gold chests have that much. It's even more. Next thing on the menu is a Dominion wand. It's just a gold, 2 source gems, and a stick. While that's cooking up, we're gonna go ahead and make a source relay. This will allow us, with aid of the wand, to send source from one jar to another. Now this is real easy to set up. You just sort of plonk it down. What you right click first is where it's going to come from, and that's where it's going to go. It sends some source over to the relay. We're going to click where it's going to come from, click again, where it's going to go. And there's our source. Delightful. We're going to take a chest and put it right here. And we're going to take another chest and put it right here. We're going to hook them up together. Now we're going to want to make the tools from functional storage. We'll need some paper, I think. Yeah, some gold, an emerald, and I think a diamond. I'll just grab them. We want 1 linking tool. And we want 1 configuration tool. We're also gonna want a storage controller. Now the controller is 2 blocks of quartz. That's what I was in the nether for. A comparator, 2 drawers, and some stone. No big deal. Now the controller for functional storage, unlike the controller for the old storage drawers mod, this uses the linking tool to add to the drawers that it'll connect to. We'll be able to pipe right into it. The old storage drawers mod, you had to have this in contact with your drawers. This gives you some more freedom. I like it. Whoops. You right click in the air to turn it from linking mode to unlinking mode. Now we can use our configuration tool. Right now it's on lock. That's where we want. We could click these one by one, or since these are now all linked up, we could just right click the controller and we'll get our little lock and key graphic. That'll, with nothing in them, it will keep anything from going into them. If we put something in them, only that thing will go into the particular drawer slot. Even if we take all of it out, it'll stay locked to that item. It looks like these are almost mature. Got like 1 bone meal? Yeah. Awesome. Oh, we got a seed. Delightful. And now that we got all that set up, we are finally ready to take that Whirlisprig shard that we found with these ingredients. We got, it does have to be these 3 specific saplings. And we'll take our shard, and we'll throw it in there, and this will give us a Whirlisprig charm, which we can use to summon a Whirlisprig of our very own. There it is. And then you take it with a source jar next to. I don't actually think you need the source jar next to summon the Whirlisprig, but you do need the source jar next to any flower, which will turn into a Whirlisprig blossom when we right-click with the charm. Now, if you've never seen her before, she's great. She will... Oh, and she's happy. Good. We'll add more out here. She'll get happier still. She's gonna fill this up with copies of all the growing things in, I think it's like a 10 by 10 radius of where she's at. She will go up this high. You'll see that we'll get, you know, regular logs and stripped logs from her automatically, so that's nice. We will also get all of the Botania flowers copied for us. We have all the vanilla flowers, save Wither Rose. Now, she could get hurt by a Wither Rose, for example. So we want to make sure that stuff that can hurt her, we have sealed off in her area, but place where she can't get to. Now, she hasn't done anything yet, but when she does, the items will deposit in here. It just has to be a chest of any type next to her flower. She's got two things. There's quantity and there's diversity. We have great diversity, but we could have more stuff out here. We will be definitely adding more wood types as we encounter them. There's plenty more flowers around, and we'll, you know, we got mushrooms and netherwort and the all the different nether plants she can dupe. It's gonna be great. Sure enough, we got a bunch of stuff down here. We're gonna go ahead and see 0. This will always be blazing archwood until we unlock it. So I came out to look for some more seeds. We found a jungle temple. Crying out loud, there's a racket up there. I don't know what all we might find in here, other than sticky pistons. Which, you know, hey, free sticky pistons. Okay. Oh. We're going to be doing a lot of exploring, folks. This pack has the End Remastered mod. That means we're going to have to find and or craft a bunch of special eyes. Yeah, look at all these things. Cursed eye. Alright. Well, we're lucky we found a jungle temple. That's a score. I'll take these arrows. And in here we got, you know, random stuff. I wonder what this is. There's a jerk inside. A fire guy? This might be a very bad idea. But I see some netherwort. I don't have any netherwort. It's almost soggy out here. Strange place for a pyromancer. We're just gonna give him the rush here. Oh, he has a lot of health. Was not looking for that much health. Oh, and some fire. We might have to leg it. Dang. Now, one more machine. 2 more machines. And we're gonna get building. We need ourselves an aqueous accumulator to mess with some water. Now, the aqueous accumulator will pump water. We're gonna pump it into this here fluid encapsulator. We're gonna need another machine frame. We're gonna need a bucket, a little bit of glass, and oh, of course, another one of those flux coils. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna pop the aqueous accumulator right here in this infinite water source. You can see it fills up. We're going to put our fluid encapsulator down. We're going to auto input. We're going to input from the top and from the side, and we're going to output to the other side. Doot, do. We got a bunch of white concrete powder. That'll just go in there, but we need to add water. And we can do that. Those are logistical transporters. We need the pipes. Okay. Now we're talking. We'll just set this to extract. This will fill up with water. And we'll start getting white concrete over there in the chest. Now the next thing to do is going to be to build the house, but I think we're going to save that for next time and call it here. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.